And welcome back to another episode of Ask the Chief Streaming, hosted by yours truly, Chief Sarcan, as part of the MMORPG.com stream team. We are back again in WildStar, and this time I'm going to take a look in-depthly at the Esper. The mind powers of the Esper are truly amazing, and they have all these psychic abilities that lets them DPS or heal. And so let's take a look, see what they're all about, what makes them tick, and watch them play through the starter area here where the exiles come in. I am on my Oran Esper, because why break tradition? And we're here in Celestian Glade, or Everstar Grove, up here in the Greenleaf Glade. And we have to work our way through this area during the level 3 through 6 playthrough. Currently, I am also a scientist. And what a scientist does is collect resources throughout the world and build stuff. So come on, join me in this journey. Let your friends know to come join us, and let's have some fun. So here we are. We are looking at the Esper. We're going to open up our character panel, because the first thing you want to know about any class is what makes them tick. What do you have to pay attention to based on how you want to play them? Well, for the Esper, the three stats that go towards their DPS is their Moxie, which directly amplifies their assault power, their Brutality, which increases their crit chance, so when they hit hard, and then your strike through rating and your crit severity rating, so when they do hit hard, you know, how much is actually going to hit the target vice going through a shield. So these are your three primary stats, Moxie being number one, for the DPS role. If you want to go the healing route, then your three primary stats are going to be your Insight, which is your support ability, your Grit, which just increases your health because a dead healer doesn't heal very well at all, and then your Tech, which helps you deflect things. And the reason why they're not as important is because you should be standing back at range, not getting hit anyway. However, you want to stack these type of abilities or stats to affect your support abilities. And you can see that again over here. Your strike throughs or crit chances support your DPS role, because those are against enemies. They don't do a whole lot for your support role. And then you got your deflection, basically keeping yourself from getting hurt. Staying alive, healing your friends. So let's look at our abilities panel. Right now we start off with our main ability, which is your telekinetic strike. That's throwing out those swords out there, striking as many people as you can hit in that area. You get that at level 1. Then you get your mind burst. Once you built up psi points, which is your accumulation of power, you expend however many psi points you have available to damage the folks. The more psi points you have, the more damage you do to everybody it hits. And I'll be showing you what that ability looks like in a minute. The nice thing about this is it consumes all psi abilities or psi points, and you don't have to max out your psi points to use it. So you really use it on the fly as a cleanup with 1 or 2, or if you really want to hit some people hard, wait until you got 5 psi points, then do it. And then at level 3, you get a utility ability, which basically helps with your defense. And basically you're just going to smash the people to the ground, keep them knocked down, finish them off, run away, keep your distance because you're a ranged class. And you have different abilities that we'll unlock as we go that help with that. In the utility ability, controlling the field. Your support abilities is when you start to get to heal yourself and your friends, so on and so forth. And then your assault abilities is all about doing damage. Sometimes the damage ability also has a healing component to it, so that's a little farther into the tech tree, but that's basically how we start. And then the same thing with the amp system. You support your damage abilities or your healing abilities or your utility, depending on how you want to focus. If you don't know the amp system, to unlock the quadrants in between, you have to have a fixed amount of points in each quadrant on either side of it. So you really got to plan out how do you want to play. If you're heavy into PvP, you're going to have to do assault and utility if you want to open up PvP assault amps. And if you want to be a healer in PvP, then you're going to have to do utility and support to get into the PvP aspect of AMPs, just as an example. And you can do the show all here to see what all those are, but I'm not, because that would let you see stuff way above level 15, and I'm not allowed to do that right now. So with that, let's play. Let's see what we can do. As I said here, we're in Greenleaf Grove. We got a couple of quests here. Quests outlined in yellow. If it's a path, it would be outlined in orange. And let's just go look around. Let's take a look at our ability paths. As you can see, I got some serious range on this one, but it has a cast time. This one has no cast time, and it hits in an AoE fashion. This one also is in the same AoE fashion. Oh, and looky here. This is a settler icon. That means we need to gather these so we can build stuff later. So we'll pick those up as we're going along. Ooh, what do we got here? We also get credit for doing things around town. So if we light the torch, we're going to gain settler experience. So we'll light up a bunch of torches. So welcome to those that just showed up. There's a question. Payment model is you're going to buy to play the game, and there will be a subscription. You can also do a cred system, which is where you buy game time from somebody else in-game, similar to the EVE system. So your payment model is going to be based on how you want to do it. Do you want to spend extra time to get game currency, or do you want to just pay for the subscription? If you'll notice, the thing about an Esper that's important to pay attention to is some of these abilities you can't cast while moving. So see here, I push this, I start moving, it interrupts it. On the other hand, I can do Crush. And I could also cast this one while I'm moving, because it's my walk away. That's important to pay attention to, because it's going to plan out your strategy of how you're going to do certain things. Oh, we found some lore. Oh, we got an engineer. What do we got here? Fungal. Is that hurting me? Yeah. Ooh, that's hurting me. More settler resources to pick up. Okay, so let's get back to this. Let's see here. It is not ArenaNet. And yes, you are allowed to ask me any questions about me or the game, levels 1 through 15, and I will do my best to answer them. If a lot of chat starts going by, please predecess the fact that you're asking a question. WildStar is part of Carbine and uses NCSoft to distribute the title, but they don't have a direct bearing on the game design. They're just a publisher's clearinghouse. Carbine is an independent studio. I'm at max zoom. I can zoom way back here if that's what you mean. My draw distance for the world is at max. I can see as far as the game will let you see. See if we can line a couple of these up.
Double kill.
Double kill! Oh yeah! That's what we're talking about. Rolling does not make you immune to damage mid-roll. It just is a way to help you get out of the area. You don't want to be there. It helps you get away a little bit quicker. So you will still take damage if you're in the red. You might take a little less damage. There's a guy.
Double kill.
Alright, now we gotta find some people stuck in traps. Let's look around. Oh, we got a whole area, so let's keep traveling. There's a trap. Let's open the trap.
Blessed Matrius.
More resources. As a settler, we pick up these resources around the world and we'll be building things that can help everybody in the game. I'll be showing you that once we get to something like that.
Blessed Matrius.
Just a note there, that F thing I'm doing that taps multiple times, that is also the system that gets used during CC. So if you happen to get slowed, knocked down, trapped, whatever, it's a default response to tap your F really fast to be able to get out of that. So even though you may be CC'd, in some games you're just kind of stuck until the timer runs out, WildStar gives you a way to get out of it a little quicker if you want to put forth the effort. So that's actually a cave? Nope, just the branches. Cool. All right. Any other questions while the questing is slow? That's what I'm here for. Pick up the resource. As you can see, the Esper is a mobile class with some stationary requirements. Meaning you have to start your spells sitting still. Did I open the map? Oh, I didn't open the map back here. That's alright. I'm not going to worry about it right now.
Mission unlocked.
Oh, we've opened a settler mission. It says expansion. I need to build 5 expansions to the world. So for a settler to do that, you have to find a place that allows you to expand, i.e. there's going to be a pad on the ground that gives you options, and you have to have the resources. And here's one of those pads. So we're going to click on this, and it's going to give the opportunity to attribute boost or max health boost. And we're going to click on the one if we have the resources to do so, and click build.
Complete.
Now when you click on that again, we can add time. It says it's got a minute left, or we can put more resources into it and we can increase the time. And this is a group effort of all the settlers. So now if you come over here, here's my ability boost that I just built. And I get to pick a stat that I want to do. Remember that Moxie is my primary. So I'm going to click Moxie. Oops, I didn't click it fast enough. Oops. I clicked inside on accident. Which I can change it. That's not a big deal. There we go. Now I have a 20-minute buff. Settlers do this for people, and it's really fun. Okay, here on the ground we have some lore. You always want to pick up your lore if you're into the story. I'm not going to read this, but you can see we have 8 journals. We've collected 2 for this zone, and there's 4 data cubes for this zone. that will be able to tell you a whole bunch of story if you find all the pieces. So it behooves you to run around and look for everything. Alright, let's turn on our quest.
I offer the eternal gratitude of the grave. I fear this may end in failure. May the gods guide you.
Alright, here it's saying if I want to keep building stuff, I can keep getting experience, but I've basically completed what I was supposed to do for this mission. But as I said, you can click on this again and build a different one. And now there's a different station right here that increases our hit points. There we go. So we'll close that for now. Where do we got to go? So this is where the Mordesh come into this zone. This is where the Orin come in. And then the rest of the zone is for everybody. So if we head up the Mordesh path, I believe we'll find a piece of lore up there also. Plus it just allows us to kill some more stuff. And look around. Ooh, puppy dogs. Oh, what are these guys? Yay, come back here. Oh no, I got knocked down. Got an achievement for getting ran over by running animals. Awesome. If you get close to these mushrooms, you can see you'll take damage. More resources. Love the resources. We're just taking a tour of the Mordesh starting area here. Looks like we got some mad scientist lab work going on. Always cool. And there's our piece of lore. Let's pick that up. And now we've got 3 journals. And you can read all about that on your own. And let's go back to questing. Oh, I didn't open up the map far enough. This way. There we go. Now we got the map unlocked. I'm a completionist. I like to see it all. I like to have you see it all. Cool feature about this game, if you don't know about it, if I click the spacebar, I jump once. If I click it twice, it's called a double jump. Double jump is cool. Oh, and it is in beta. Disconnects happen. And let's see, who was that? Oh, that's on Esper. And back in we go. As you notice, the current max level number of characters a person can have is 6. And for those of you who happen to be in beta that are watching, please remember you are still under NDA and talking in the channel. Unless you are an authorized streamer, cannot be answering questions about the game that is not public knowledge already. Please do not break NDA because of me. Thank you. Don't you just love the looks of this world? And the artwork is not for everybody, but you gotta admit the detail and everything you see here is just really awesome. Oh, I'm being attacked by a swarm of insects. Okay, I can't damage him, so I'll run from the insects. Make the trip back up here for more resources so I can make things last longer for my fellow players. So anybody have any questions about the Esper? Or the Orange? Or myself? Yeah, we found a little robot scanning. That's a big ship. Oh, it's closed. We can't go inside. Okay, back to questing. Finding Exolab 71. So the question is, what is my favorite class? As my article stated back in January, I am a fan of the Stalker. I've always been a fan of the Stalker, and though some of the other classes have made me question playing the Stalker, I just want to be a Stalker tank. Second favorite, I think I would have to go with the Engineer. Something about just shooting mortar shells at people and bot zerging just seems like so much fun. I do really like the Esper and the Medic both for playing the healer classes. I pretty much like them all, actually. It's no overly major fans after that. But I think that's pretty much where I stand right now. This is a soldier holdout spot, so if you were playing a soldier path, you would come over here and activate out a holdout and try and defend the wave upon waves attacking you. Let's swim across the water. Swimming is so cool. Don't drown. Okay, if I remember correctly, yep, okay, over here. See, there goes a person with a scientist. They got a little bot following them. Scientists scan objects for lore, so like this item right here is something a scientist would scan and get information about it, and it would go into their codex and they would learn stuff. It also gives them buffs sometimes. So sometimes you scan a plant or an animal that you're fighting, and you'll get a buff for your character for that combat. So the level cap for beta right now is 36. The level cap for the game is planned to be 50. The innate for the Esper. Good question. So the innate for the Esper is a spectral form. What spectral form does is it increases your damage mitigation. Basically, if you're blurred out, they can't hit you. And it generates psi points, so you can really build up your psi points and use your consumers a whole lot quicker. But you can't move during the time frame of it. It only lasts for a little bit, for 5 seconds, but for 5 seconds you can't move. So it really helps, but at the same time it can hurt you if you're not careful. The Spell Slinger is a lot of fun if you're all into the Space Cowboy thing. Alright, we found Exolab 71. This is a pretty popular mechanic within WildStar, where you'll port into these special labs throughout the world, sometimes even to a spaceship up in orbit. And then you have unique things that occur in here. This is all about the Elden technology in the story, and all these labs are Elden labs. So you're gonna find out lots of Elden story about this by doing these quests into these areas. So we have to kill some of these guys. And look at the pictures. Oh, look at that guy. Super mushroom. Let's explore the lab. Ooh, what do we got over here? Looks like we gotta investigate a mushroom. We're gonna gather this up. Nice. So we can gather mushrooms by finding them or killing the creatures and collecting them. Ooh, he deflected me. Nice one. Take that. Oh, I found a bag. Nice. Get to add to my bag size. Oh, and I got a heal syringe, so let's put that on. And I got a sandwich too. Cool. Alright. Oops. Why didn't I go on there? There we go. So currently I don't have any support skills. These are our support skills. So starting at level 6, we'll get Mind Over Body, which is a heal. Level 9, we'll get a Bolster, which restores healing to yourself and allies in an area. Level 9, you get Collective Will, which restores up to 10 people's health. So your healing really starts to come into play a little bit later. So. Oh, somebody else is in the lab. We got a Mordesh Stalker. Look at the Stalker just went invisible. Alright, we found another piece of lore. So now we're 4 of 8 for the zone. We're doing pretty good on that. We still need to collect some more mushrooms. So let's keep looking deeper into the lab. Oh, we found another quest. Yay! Alright. So we got some pickup items over here. He's going to pick up that. And if we look down there, see, we got a piece of lore. We got a box right there. Now here comes the trick. Fall in without getting too hurt. Yay! We can ride that platform back up. But there's lots of mushrooms down here. Collect the core.
Creating sentience from primal life is an important aspect of the Elder Root Initiative.
Okay, so we've collected all our lore. We'll ride the panel back up. Notice the only way to get down there is to jump. But they do give you a way back up. Currently I'm playing an Esper by the thing on my back there. Now we're applying medication to the fallen down people in the lab. We got got one more over here, or is that all of them? Oh, there's one. Alright. Looks like we're done in here. Yes, I am Warren. So transporting between the world zones are seamless. If you can walk between them, you will walk between them like you didn't even know there was a different zone. But there also is teleportation, like this. Boop, and transported. Because basically the lab is either underground or above ground in the sky. So it just depends on where you're going. So the running animation is a bit different for every class. Just depends. It's styled after the class. The winter survey is available via the main WildStar site. Just head over there and there'll be a link right on it. I am a level 3 Esper at the moment. Are you attacking me? Alright, where am I going? Alright, going up here. Oh, somebody's throwing boulders. Look out below. Incoming. Oh, they got me anyway. Trampled. Interesting.
This day is just terrible.
So you can both, just depends upon how they're connected. Some places you cannot go between zones over the mountains just because you can't climb the mountain. Then there'll be other places where you can climb the mountains and you can drop into the other zone that way. Just depends on the topography of that particular spot. Ooh, some more lore. Yay! We love it, the lore. Let's talk to the queen.
There's so much to learn from the forest. If only people would listen.
Okay, we got more settler stuff over here. Somebody built a run speed. Let's see what we can build. We can build travel speed boost. We can add time to it. Max health or attribute boost. My attribute boost is almost gone, so let's build one of these. And if we have the resources, we'll add time to the travel speed. There we go. We're level 3 paths. Just because we're building. And I got a tool belt. Alright, so now let's equip our tool belt. Yes. More baggage space. We like it. Let's clean out our inventory a little bit by selling off some junk. Alright. Training kiosk. We're not quite ready for it yet.
Let me show you a few things.
Alright, let's pause for a second for questions. There are taxi services in mounts past 10, correct. Actually, at the taxi service, you don't have to be any particular level. You just have to discover the connecting spots. Let's see here. So for example here, you can't see the seam of where the world goes, but as you can see here, it's connected here. If I can find a mountain, I can climb it here, so on and so forth. You can travel between zones at these connections. Here it's telling you that the mountains are too tall. You're not going to be able to climb across and go to the other zone. Just as a FYI. Sometimes you can, and I have. In previous betas, I've been all about climbing mountains where I'm not supposed to climb mountains. But generally, you can't. I just did a warrior-soldier combination review earlier this morning. That'll be up on YouTube later on or tomorrow.
Let us speak.
Woohoo! Level up!
Time to crack some skulls.
Nice.
My gratitude and elixir. I drink deeply to your health. Actually, I might.
Oh, we got a phone call. Now we're going to go to the training path. Okay. Let's see what our level up rewards are. We got 1 new ability. We got attribute increases, and we got our 4th slot right here. But at level 4, it's not a free ability. You have to go buy it. So let's go back to the kiosk and buy that ability. Oh, and look at the things have already wore out. I have to build some more.
If you were looking for a tea,
I'm ready.
you came
Teach
to
me
the wrong
more.
place.
So now we're going to get concentrated blades. If you click on concentrated blades, delay on the tooltip there. It's an ability that does side blades, spinning at the nearest foes. We definitely want to buy that. I love my side blade. So let's equip that. So since concentrated blade is got a recharge, you can do this 2 charges. What I like to do is I like to lead with my side blade. Then I do telekinetic strike, and then I finish them off with my mind burst. I mean, yeah. And if they get too close and I need to restart, then I crush them to keep them going. But usually if I get 2 concentrated blades off, then hit them with a telekinetic strike, most things die. So we'll show you that play here in just a second. Let's see here. Let me catch up on a couple of questions. Let's see here. This game is definitely going to survive. I think it's going to be a real big hit. There's things about the game that even me, after playing for so long, I don't particularly like, but from a design standpoint, everything they've designed has been spot on with their philosophy of what they want to design, and it all plays well together. Each is own. Whether you like something or you don't like something, whether you play the game or you don't play the game, it comes down to personal choice. I happen to like, overall, in general, everything WildStar presents, and I'm more than happy to pay for the game to play it. Anyway. The shiny thing that covers the screen from time to time. I'm not sure. Alright, so we need to go over here, collect some living roots for our quest. I wouldn't say there's anything that I don't like. They're just not the way I would have designed them. Might be a better way to state my opinion on that one. I go in the wrong spot. Yep, I'm going the wrong spot. There's some things I would have preferred done differently in crafting. However, the crafting system works really, really well, and I enjoy it the way it was designed. So it's just personal preference. Will I craft in the game? Hell yeah. Is it exactly what I would have hoped from crafting? Not so much. But you can't fault them for what they have done. You just can't. You notice I can do 2 of these every so often. You're talking about the glowy effect that just was there. It's just kind of a zone lighting thing that happens when you're in certain places. Doesn't normally happen that often, though. Alright, time to pick some gear. Do I want Finesse or Moxie? Definitely want Moxie. Let's do some extra damage. Let's equip that. That's junk and junk. Alright, where do we gotta go now? Over here, okay. Let's fix some batteries. There we go, there's the panel. Trying to reconnect the power supplies. Oh, I just had to stand in the right spot. Alright, so we completed that. We can head back to town as long as we've completed our map here. Yep, okay. So, asking me how the Esper is the highest output damage, I guess it depends on how you play your character. Everybody has the potential to do equal amounts. It's just a matter, is it fast, is it slow, is it burst, is it over time? Everybody plays fairly equal to me in the early levels. As you grow higher and higher level, things get a little more challenging, and so the kill rate may slow down or whatever, but overall, they all play fairly well. It's pretty balanced as far as I'm concerned.
I await your results. Together we have achieved.
Alright, access the interface.
So you won't mind just one more?
So once again, you're comparing classes, and they play differently. So for one person, one is going to work really well, and for another, a different one's going to work really well. They're both effective at their play style. You have to make your own choice based on which one you like. They heal differently, so to say one's better than the other is not a comparable because they heal differently. So you got to take that into factor. I mean, it's personal choice. Can they both keep people alive? Most definitely.
I am very pleased with the progress that we have made on the Elderroot initiative. It has long been known to us that plants of a certain age and size develop a primitive awareness of their surroundings. But we have amplified the awareness exponentially. Put simply, we are creating a sentient tree.
Okay, speak to the Elderroot. I just did that. Oh, no I didn't. I moved before I actually talked to him. I have to click on it. There we go. Training and quest. Ah, we get a pair of shoes for it. That's nice. The Elderroot wants us to help.
Don't ever give up hope. Sometimes it's all you have.
And if you're wondering, I'm clicking through the quests quickly and not reading them too in depth because I don't want to spoil too much. It's about showing the gameplay and the functionality and the capabilities, not to give away the story in advance. I've done most of these quests, so I know the story pretty in depth. So if you're wondering why I'm just clicking through them, that's the reason. I'm trying to not spoil the gameplay for when you actually get to play the game. Normally, because I do read everything as I play.
I presume it was death, but that's just...
Put on my new boots. I can't wear that. Must have got that as a drop. Alright. What's the quest say? Help Victor collect glands and living root keepers. Okay, let's do this. Where is it saying I'm supposed to go? Okay. Up here. Cool. But let's take the long route because I want to open up the map over here and clean out my inventory. Let's do this.
My prices are preposterous.
So, no other players? That's a player right there. There's lots of players in this zone and area. You'll see them running around. I just have name tags turned off. There's a player. There's a player. Here's a player. There's lots of players around. I just have name tags turned off so I don't give away anybody's potential ID as an NDA breaker because a lot of people use their names just as I do. My Twitter is Chief Sarcan. My character names are usually Sarcan something. So, I have left name tags off. There is actually a lot of players in game right now. Ooh, what do we got over here? It's like another tree head. Alright. Oh, toxic waste stuff. Now I know for a fact that this is an explorer thing over here. If you were an explorer, you would actually be directed to come look over here. But since we're not an explorer, we're just exploring on our own. Let's take a look at the horizon. Water is very cool in this game. The sky, the horizon. Look at the couple planets there in the sky. We can go swimming. A lot of areas in the world. The underwater effects are just astonishing. Look at that. Look at the level of detail of the grass in the water. Because it's still in beta, there's not a lot of creatures in the water in this particular area. But some areas are just phenomenal with the level of detail underwater. So, but I do drown, so let me swim to the surface here. Every class has an innate ability. Oh, I need to go over there to unlock the map. World PvP is going to be server-based. Oh, that sucker just ran over and knocked me down. Did you see that? Stinker. You can flag yourself for PvP by going into here, turn on PvP, and you're flagged for PvP, and then you're allowed to engage. Both sides have to be flagged, or you can't PvP in the world. So that's the basics of world PvP. Oh, there we go. We unlocked the water. And you definitely want to try out all the races when you swim, because the swimming animations are different for each one of them. And it's very cool. One of the earliest things about gameplay that really struck me, especially on the Draken, was the swimming animations. So I'm being asked, how big is the world? Well, this is one zone, and you can see how long it's taken me just to swim from here to here. It's not overly huge, but it's pretty typical for a zone size in a world. And as you go out, you can see this is just one continent, and there's a number of continents. I'm not going to click on those other maps to show you those areas, because I'm not going to release anything that's above what I'm allowed to show you. However, you can see that's a pretty big world, and some of these get to be very large zones. This is just a starter zone designed for 3 to 6. This is a 3 to 6, and then they progress from there. So, anyway. Oh, somebody put up an enhancement field generator. Let's go click it. There we go. Oh, toxic waste. Unfortunate Mordash Uppist. Alright.
This sadness suffocates me.
So let's continue. Now that I've finished the Explorer obsession of mine, I'm a completionist. I like to do everything. Doesn't necessarily match with a good show, but that's what I like to do. Continuing down the beach. I mean, just look at the beauty of these plants. I mean, that's some intense detail, no matter what anybody says. Beta cap is 36 right now. Gain cap is 50. But I can only show you level 1 through 15. Carly, there's another player. Alright, we're almost to our mission spot here. Time to kill some bugs. Ooh, that's a big bee. Luckily, he's not trying to kill us. Oh, somebody's doing a holdout. Let's help him out. Okay.
You against everyone else. Better cut these bastards down to size. Still standing? Keep it up, soldier. There's plenty more trucks headed your way.
Good times. Let's go Gadget.
Like you enjoying yourself? Good. Just this party ain't over. Now that's
Oh, look at that. Completed it. Nice. Alright, back to the mission. The nice thing about helping out in this game, you can group up, or you don't have to group up and you can still help. It is an open tagging system. You get benefits of grouping though, however, that helps you unlock things like as part of the housing system. It's like a form of currency that you earn while being grouped. No, there's not a loss. Because the way path systems work when you do them, the more people involved, they scale up. So you actually, as you've seen there, we ended up, instead of having just a holdout with 3 creatures for 1 person, it scaled up to 3 to 6 to 9. It just got bigger. And they always don't scale the same. Sometimes the creatures will get bigger and tougher. So there's no loss for helping someone out and participating in theirs, and it's highly encouraged. Not everybody likes their solo play to be interrupted, so it's always courteous to hold back if they seem like they're the person that don't want assistance. But nobody's going to lose any rewards for you helping out. Yes, holds out are a soldier thing. And I remember, oh, somebody's already fighting him. Somebody already killed him. I was going to say there's a big boss over here. And I believe there's a cube, yes. Lore cube right over here.
Although the Elder Root initiative should be counted a resounding success, there have been unforeseen side effects. A large amount of excess primal energy is radiating from some of the tree's roots, resulting in small mutations of the subterranean wildlife.
Yeah, it's called Renowned or something like that. In fact, if we go to our bags, we can click on it. You got Renown, you got Elder Gems for Elder Games, Prestige, Crafting Vouchers. These are all different types of currencies that you can collect and earn. There, we've completed that.
Everything going smoothly?
Oh, what does she want?
You have a kind face. I'm sure you'll help me. I don't know how, but the trees somehow knew you'd help.
Alright, time to go kill the big guy. KS? Hi, buddy. You and me is gonna talk. And you were dead. And what this guy does is he gives us a quest. And I got another bag. Yay. Okay. Go in the tunnels. Ah, more settler resources. Cool. Not exactly sure, but I'm pretty positive that if we had a scientist, they could open this door, and then we could go into this other little part area. I've never been down here on a scientist, so I'm not positive, so don't quote me on that. But I'm pretty sure either that or we open it up later for another quest. I don't remember, honestly. Oh yeah! Level up! We get to use implants now, and we got an ability increase. We don't have to worry about slotting another ability because we didn't earn any this time, so let's just keep on going. Got the Blight Queen over there. Oh, that's kind of a weird graphic system. Get in the rock. Alright, we got a new shirt. That'll help out. Now we got the mission to kill the queen, which we just seen. Alright. Time to kill the queen. Somebody else already is, but we'll help out.
You wish to speak.
And we get a pair of pants. Sweet. We'll equip those. Oh, we got a weapons drop for an engineer. We got the last of the lore cubes for the zone.
Of this cave system
We still have one more journal to find.
hive of voracious subterranean parasites.
I'm supposed to help these. Doesn't seem like I'm able to do anything. Oh, I have to revive them in order. I see. Silly me. Follow instructions. Now I can click on him. Yay, he's revived. Now the second one, which is over here. Okay, for the ability increases, an ability increase means, when you look here, not there, P. An ability increase, your stats, your primary attributes, get a default value every time you level up. Depending on your primary, secondary, you get points automatically spent into those at a level of 3, 5, or 7, depending if they're primary, secondary, or tertiary, that you automatically get per level. And you get those for every stat, every time the level warrants, or every time you level up. Then you get to add on your stats that you put on your gear to go even farther. So between your gear and your automatic level ups, you're going to have a pool of points available that you're going to do. So, for example, these milestones. Next level, no matter what gear I wear, I will have unlocked this milestone just from leveling up. If I want to get to that milestone sooner, I need gear to do so. So it really lets you, at in-game, decide how you want to tweak your gear and your amp points spending to maximize a character based on your playstyle. There's not going to be a cookie cutter build because there's just too many abilities to choose from and how you want to play your character. But it will come into a factor. There'll be some min-maxing that some people are probably going to do in really tweaking out their characters. But you get free points. That's the ability level up. Does that make sense? Yes. Hold on just a second. I'll show you the settler here in just a second. So path abilities, when I get to path level 4, I will get a tech totem that I get to drop that everybody in the area can click on and add 2% to your experience gains for the next 60 seconds. So basically I drop this down every 10 minutes, probably right at a boss fight, so you get bonus experience for that big kill, and it affects everybody within the range. That's the first ability you get as an settler that is part of your path, but it's path level 4, not character level 4.
Oh, there you are.
Okay, now everybody wants me to return to town. Notice the queen is no longer hostile because we've fixed the situation in here. So we can just freely walk outside. And if you'll notice, since I'm underground, I have no map. You only can have a map when you're above ground because you have access to the satellites to tell you. When you're underground, there is no mapping of the underground areas. Even though it's seamless, we walked in here, they don't give anything away. Your mini-map, however, does let you kind of see where you have to go underground and what's left to explore. So, but you won't be able to just open up your main map and see what you got left. Allocating of points is automatic per level. You don't spend points as you level up. They're just given. Your character customization is based on how you gear and the amp system. And then later on at level 15, I think it's 15, you can do rune crafting, which lets you tweak your gear even farther. So when you go here, your character customization is going to be based on your abilities, your stats is going to be based on your gear, and your effectiveness is going to be based on your amps. That's how you layer your character advancement.
Challenge begins.
Collect fireflies. Oh. Collecting the fireflies. Did I get that one? 4. I need 2 more. Go, 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 gadget.
Challenge complete.
Woohoo! Challenge complete. Let's see what we get. We got a 2-slot bag. Some more healing. Well, let's see. How many bags do I got? Let's see here. Yeah, why not? We'll go for the bag. And we got the bag. Yay! We're full on bags now. So the way open tagging works in WildStar, everyone who does damage gets a percentage, gets credit for the kill. However, the original tagger will have a better chance at better loot rewards. Everybody else just gets experience. So if you run up and tag something, you have to do damage to still get credit, but it's divided. I don't know the whole semantics of how it all works, but basically, original does the most damage, is going to get more credit, but everybody gets a piece of the pie. How's that sound? Like I said, I don't want to dwell too deeply on how it all works because it confuses me, but it works. Not had any problems with it. Let's see here. Any other questions while we're in between quest spots? I'm running up here to summon living creepers to the world. Ah, here's some players. Let's climb the train. Why? Because it's cool. Yay. Okay. Let's plant some goodness. There we go. Find another dirt patch to plant some more goodness. There's one. There's 2 up there. Let's go up there. And we've completed that task.
What's your news?
Alright, heading back to town to turn this in, and we'll be working our way up to the last section of the zone.
I trust there is new
Alright. Get a new side blade.
technically undead, no.
Equip that bad boy.
Thanks.
Now you get to go talk to the tree. We were saving his roots, his children. Alright, now we got to choose based on what we want to go. Tech, insight, or grit. If you remember, the insight is the grit is the insight is the primary heal stat, and moxie is the primary assault stat. Grit gives you base health. Tech is a tertiary. So when it comes down to here, I'm probably going to go insight because it's directly to my support power.
My pain is relieved. Now let me tell you the Elden's darkest secrets. Wait!
What the? Why would you shoot a tree? Man, that's just mean. Gotta go talk to the queen here. I'm sure she's pretty upset about the tree getting shot, with all its secrets it could have divulged.
I'm listening. That whole patient leader thing? Definitely not true today. I am royally ticked off. I know this news will be hard to hear, but I'm here for you, okay?
See if we can build some more stuff if we got enough supplies. Let's go ahead and build a booster. Let's build this. Let's just build everything. If we have more resources, let's add time until we just have no more resources. There, we're full up. That's how settlers do it. Buff it up for everybody. No new abilities yet.
My merchandise
Sell off the
cannot
junk.
be matched.
Sell off gear I can't use yet. And I can't salvage yet. So we're not high enough level to salvage. Moving on out. So now we got our last little zone here. Last little area of the zone we're going to go to as we work our way out of here. Follow the road. I must be good. I must have answered everybody's questions. You guys are quiet now. Impressive. More settler resources. Keep in mind for the settler resources, a lot of them are zone-based, and they do take up bag space currently. Oh, what did we find over here?
Mission unlocked.
There's another seed. Collecting the seeds. You notice collecting the seeds also gives me a run boost, which is a very cool thing about WildStar. Interacting with things in the world can have an effect on your character, whether short-term or long-term. Oh, nice. I found a discovery spot. Discovery spots are random places in the world where you click on them and you find stuff. It could be gear, it could be a buffing station. I found an explorer's pack. So we loot it and see what we got. We got in here. Let's see here. We got a costume head, or we got a heavy chest. Well, the costume we can use. Let's go ahead and show you the costume system since we now have a piece. Because I have a costume item. Is it engineer only? That could be a bummer. Huh. It's not showing it. Interesting. Something must be wrong with it. Alright, so much for that. Sorry. I don't think I sold my new one. Nope, I got my new one. I sold my old one. I have a lot of experience with the Stalker, and I will be covering that in another show. Ice, it's a sub-based that you can also use in-game money to purchase cred. We talked about this before. Primary attribute for an Esper, we've covered this numerous times. Depends on DPS, it's Moxie, and for support, it's Insight. Oh, we found another little area here.
My prices are preposterously low.
And if you sell something, you do have a buyback feature, so if you think you sold something that's wrong, you can go back into this buyback and repurchase anything that you think you might have sold on accident. I don't have enough resources, but here you can see there's different types of things that you can put up here.
You've got some nerve keeping me waiting. You deserve to know the truth. The news? It sucks.
Alright, so we have lots of quests to do here now. Oops, on the wrong direction. Took a left when I should have taken a right. Oh, but resources, yay! See lots of red dots on the mini-map, which means it's time to go to war. Oh, what do we got here? Bad guys. Let's line up a couple of them. Oh, excuse me.
Double kill.
I stood in the red. You see how much it ate my shield? Not so good. And we found the last piece of journal lore here. Achievement, alright.
I am a highborn lord. For the glory of the Empire.
Yeah, get out there and tell your friends. We like lots of viewers. Alright, let's see if we can finish up this quest. Quests, I should say. Ooh. Time for a little, line them up. Just stand there for me, will you guys?
Double kill.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, we need to turn off the fire.
Double kill.
You're not dead yet?
Triple kill.
Alright. Turning out the fire. Sabotage! We like to sabotage the chiller. Alright, one more flame thing to turn off here.
Let's hear it. As first consort, I promise I won't forget this.
Normally I would fill out those surveys, but alright. Okay, so now we get a new Psyblade that's green instead of blue. Gives us more support power instead of heal power or assault power. So if we were in the healing mode, level 6.
I won't lie. This is gonna be dangerous.
So this time now that we're level 6, we've unlocked Group Finder, which allows you to queue for things. If you found entrances to an adventure or a dungeon, whatever, you can use Group Finder to find that. We now have 3 new abilities we can go purchase at the kiosk. We've opened up Battlegrounds. We can now PvP. We can queue up and try and go do some PvP as level 6. We got more attribute increases. We now got a 5th ability, but we have to go buy the points or buy the abilities to be able to fill the slot. We also got 1 point to now start spending into the AMP system. So now at level 6, this is your first chance to decide how you want to progress your character by spending points in your AMP system, getting ready. And then we've also unlocked the 2 zones, Celestian and Algarok. We can finally proceed into the more open world zones. So, we can finish these quests real quick, or we can run back here to our kiosk and pick up our new abilities, which we'll do, just because. Why not? Oh, I'm being shot.
Double kill.
Dang it, stop hitting the wrong keys. From what I understand, Battlegrounds is currently only through the queue system. I don't PvP that much, so honestly, I can't answer that completely. The initial zones that you are in, no zone is locked by level, but there is a certain level progression that's needed to get to certain places and abilities. Let's see here. Where did the there was an ability kiosk here.
Mine the merchandise.
Is that farther back? Now I feel silly. I'm not running all the way back to the refuge. Okay, let's just finish this zone. Thought there was ability kiosk right there. We could just train and keep going, but we're essentially done. So let's just finish her up. Kill those, they're sick. Nice. Okay. Destroy the Firestorm tank.
Double kill.
That's how we do it. Yeah. I did all the damage. Nobody helped me. Cool. So we unlocked all the map just because. Nope. Let's walk up on the hill. So we got the achievement for exploring the map. Now we're ready to leave. Talk to the Queen.
I'm really happy to hear from you.
New armor, yes.
Sometimes I wish it was easier
Time to go to
know what's the
Celestian.
right decision.
Took a tunnel out of there, and we are now in Celestian. Yay! Training kiosk. We'll go ahead and train and cover those abilities real quick.
One standing wins.
So now we get some new abilities. We got the Blade Dance, which deals magical damage to foes and grants you swiftness, generating psi at the start and the end. It's a channeled spell. We got Mind Over Body, which is a support ability, which restores health to yourself and your allies, so you're starting to get your first healing capabilities if you wanted to start building towards that direction. Then you have Shockwave, which is another crowd control thing. Basically, it pushes people away from you, so it helps you stay at range. So it's very important to do that. We have 44 points, or 44 silver, so we can probably 28, 30, yeah, we can probably buy more. And yes, we can. We got some lore here on the table. So now you can see we got 16 data cubes for this zone, 24 journals, and then we also have Tales Beyond the Fringe. There's 3 of those. Tales are another way to tell a story. However, you can't read it until you got all the pieces. So it's a little bit different from the journal entries, which are specific to that story. Fringes are a complete story on itself where you have to gather pieces.
Any longer and I would have started putting down roots. We must kill to defend ourselves. Especially when
Okay, now we're into another zone for settler activities. As you can see here, we have different builds that we have to build up and complete. We have more lore over here on this table.
My people are hurting. We have to stop the Dominion and do it now.
Okay, I think I've picked up all the quests for this spot right here.
I've
And you can see here's different
I'm going with horrifically
settler stuff to
bad.
pick up. So let's review our abilities that we equipped, redo our hotbar, and that'll be the end of the 3 to 6 review on the Esper today. So let's go ahead and change out our build, take a look at the different abilities. So the Blade Dance, as you can see, goes all the way around you. So you're basically doing a spinning effect, which is very cool if things get in close to you. If you're not one of those that likes to keep things at a distance and you want them to get in close, you got this blade ability that just basically does a typhoon protection effect around you. Under the support, we have the Mind Over Body, which basically just drops a thing on the ground and heals people in this area for the time of the channel. So you build it, and now everybody that walks in here gets healed by 2%. So, that's what that one does. And then the last one that we just opened up, oops, is our Shockwave. And the only way to see the Shockwave one in effect is if there's somebody around us, but basically you push it and it just basically throws everything out and away from you. So depending on how you like to play is how you're going to configure yourself. So for me right now, I'm more of the crush 'em because I can do it as a distance. I do like the heal factor in helping people out, so I will go ahead and put that on there. And for the assault, I'm going to change this a bit, or am I? Let's see here. The Blade Dance. No, I'm going to leave it the way it is. I do like the Blade Dance, but unless I have someone in the group to support me, To group things up to where I can run in and assist, yeah, no, not so much. So we'll just go with this. We'll add a heal bar on that, heal on there. That's the oh my gosh, you're about to die thing. Yeah, no, never mind. I changed my mind. Let's get rid of the heal. Let's get rid of the heal. I'm all about assault. Let's do the blade dance. There we go. Okay, with that, that is the Esper review. I'm going to take a short break. Since my wife and daughter went shopping, I have time to do one more stream today. I'll review one more class from 3 to 6. And we'll just continue these throughout the week. So if you like what I'm doing, please be sure to follow. Let me give you some links. So with that, I'm going to take a 10-minute break. So don't go anywhere if you want to see some more WildStar gameplay. But I want to basically go through a review of all the classes. I did the Warrior earlier. I just finished the Esper, and we'll pick somebody else here in just a short minute. I'm just going down my list of characters. So let's see who's next. So next on the list for my 3 to 6 review is going to be the Engineer. So I'll be right back on the Engineer. Then I'll do the Medic. I already did some Spellslinger and Stalker gameplay on my first video. If you want to see that, go ahead and head over to YouTube and you can watch that. But I'm going to keep working down these two, and then I'll be returning back up to these later on in the week and give you a really good look at each class one at a time. So be right back. I'm going to take a break. Give me like 10-15 minutes. Thanks.